Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes for ourselves to recognize, become more clear with the practice. Because when you have the clarity and when you have more deeper understanding about whatever you practice, it will help you to gain the right result. Otherwise, it's always going to have the doubt in you while you practice. So, if you have the doubt while you practice, your practice not going to work. So that's why before you practice, you have to learn and you should know what this is and how you do this and what are the benefits and where are you heading. In that way, once you sit for meditation, your meditation going to work more properly. So when it comes to meditation, it's mainly cultivation of our mind, development of our mind. So when it comes to that, cultivation means bringing the more and more productive and positive and profitable behavior, attitude to your mind, rather than hold it to negativity. Because the very nature of the mind, whatever it holds, it becomes. So then you have to be very careful and you should know very clearly what you hold it to. So it depends on your choice. You can't blame to anybody. It's your choice. So when you select yourself the very condition of mind, you can change it anytime. So whatever the sadness, worry, disappointment, unhappiness, and at the same time happiness, joy, pleasure, this all you can see when you experience. So once you have that ability to see, and you have to recognize, it's kind of like this. Just imagine you have to run a long journey and you have to find a horse. And there are many, many horses. And it's kind of like, some very weak, very old. So you have opportunity to select one. So then you go and look around and you select the most strong and young, healthy horse. So your condition of the mind the same. So then always you have to look into that. And you have to make it more sharp and more clear and more strong. So when it comes to develop the strength in your mind, more than any other time, the people become internally lazy. So as you know, when it comes to 5 hindrance, kama, chanda, sensual pleasures or the desires, vyapada, the anger or the envy, tina midda, sloth and thoughtful, this inner laziness. So more than any other time we experience that because of this, all the comfortable things make us kind of like easy and lazy. But when it comes to the very nature of the life, so it doesn't matter that all this consumer product give you comfort. The very nature of life not going to change. So then it is better, rather than clinging or holding to this outside comfort, you have to see the very nature of life. Otherwise, if you miss that, you will see something else as the nature of life. Then you caught up in a mirage. So that's why when it comes to meditation, you have to get into very authentic, very raw level of observation, understanding. But today, unfortunately, what happens, even when it comes to meditation, people sometimes don't recognize the very nature of the mind and the body. They always resist, like finding a very comfortable cushion and finding a very nice chair. It's very comfortable chair. So you look how to find the comfort, and on the top of the comfort, you try to observe and see. So you're going to see the very nature of life, but now you already develop very artificial environment in you. Now you can't see. So look at in the ancient time. Just imagine if when it comes to the very pain, and you know there are many kind of medication that you can take. The pain is there, but you don't feel. So just imagine it. Sometimes our meditation, our practice, our very life also the same. So we already took some kind of medication. Now the reality is there. The real life or the pain is there, but we don't feel it. We don't get it. We don't understand it. So then again and again, as a reality, we recognize something else, whatever happened in our mind. So when it comes to meditation, if you have a pain, discomfort, if there is a sound come, somebody disturb, it's okay. You have to accept it, and you have to see when that things happen, how you react. So observe it. See that invisibly underneath you deeply, how your mind start to react to that perceptions. And sometimes even maybe it is not your conscious decision. You know, you are a very nice, calm, quiet person. But sometimes there are things arise from you deeply, and you don't know from where. So that's why sometimes our deeper mental formations or the cankers, through this sansaric journey we accumulated and underneath this body, and there that behavior is still happening. So purification of the mind and the cultivation of the mind, development of the mind mean you're not going to develop anything on the top of that your old habits. Be very clear with that. So the development of the mind means you build up a very clear new beginning. So when it comes to that new beginning, you have to remember there's nothing going to come against you. So you have kind of like already the memory in you coming from many eons, that from your previous lives, and at the same time towards the future, and through the information you have a lot of ideas, imaginations. Now in between this, how you can find the very clear new path for you? Just remember that whatever that that already in you unconsciously come against to your own consciousness. That is the very key point you have to understand. Not from this anything, not going to come against from outside, but everything come from inside. So it's like this, like a boxing game. You know, when it comes to the boxing games, the two players is most of time should be in the same weight category, you know, and not somebody cannot be kind of like a very lower level of weight. So both should be the same kind of weight category, 60 to 65 kg. So like that. And then maybe you can hit someone and that person going to fall down, and that person will take the time and stuck the breathing and cannot move maybe, and take time, and 1 to 10 when they count, that person will take time to stand up. You may think, oh, you are strong, oh, I hit him, like that. So the same weight category means you have to remember one thing, one principle. If that person also hit, you also going to get the same kind of pain. And most of the time we don't recognize that. It because of our egocentric, self-centered mind. And I am the boss, I am the one. But we don't see. So behind this, it has a kind of something invisibly, that the same power come against your own consciousness. That is your unconsciousness, not something else. So you have to be aware about that unconscious side. And I give a simple thing to, catch for yourself. The most of time we think that whatever happen around us, that other people do it to us. Just remember that most of the things that happen to you is your own choice. That most of the things react to you because you did something the same way. We don't see like that. So then it is important when it comes to awareness or the consciousness, when you observe something, maybe that whatever come against you, don't go far to fix that. Don't think that it is that. When there is a sound come or something else come, somebody come to your mind, don't think it is that there. If there is some person come to your mind while you practice meditation, that person used to blame to you and do crazy things, and now you are here closing your eyes and thinking this person screwed my life, and he put or she put my life into hell, or like that. Now you thinking like this. That person may be doing something else and you have no idea, maybe having a party, dancing, or, or go for a hike, or having a vacation somewhere on a beach. But your head, in your head, inside you, you are the one who having that. So then you have to remember, that's everything that go through in your mind. It's your own nature. But we think it is somebody else. No, it is our own nature. So through the meditation, when you develop your awareness, this is what you recognize. This all the crazy, we think this crazy world, crazy people, very mad, grumpy people around us and do a lot of bad things to us. No, that is our own nature. Only thing is sometimes it reflects through, bounce back from others. It's the same like the mirror. Same like the mirror. So that is why you have to understand this. That always that whatever in your mind, and come to that level as a result of, there is underneath deeper current or the habitual pattern. So once you recognize, you become aware about it. That is what you need, not to do something. This is the thing that we misunderstand. We think, oh, I have to do something. I have to do something. No, just knowing is the best thing to do. But the problem within us, without knowing, we do a lot of things. Without knowing. No, we have no idea, but sometimes we do things. People watch a sport. People watch news, and sometimes people watch news and get mad. You ask from that person, what is the news? Maybe that person don't know completely what is that news. Some people, watch sport and become happy, and you ask about from that person what happening in there and what that person become happy. Maybe it's something in that person's head. He has no idea what is happening on the field. So like, just imagine, the match fixing, big business, in every field, soccer, boxing, cricket, and a lot of the times you hear after many 5 years, 10 years later, you hear it was a match fixing. But how about the people watch that, oh, look at this, and they enjoy, they fighting. But that what they see is not the reality. So then remember, in your head, it's kind of like that what you watch is kind of like a match fixing game that you're watching. And end of the day, it is not there that what you experience. That's why we always look into outside, but we have to understand this is about us. It is not about somebody. So that understanding create the ground to cultivate the thoughts, because once you understand that all your discipline, your moral actions, your ethics, that everything going to change. And from the top of that, when you grow, you become totally different person. But now we grow, we not belong to this life, or we not belong to some another life, or like that. We not belong to kind of like, any path. We just grow, and we change things place to place, and it's kind of like we don't know what we do. We just, keep going. But how far we have to go like that? That is the question. How you know what keep coming towards you? Because it's always not that you go your way. There are things keep coming towards you. And according to the speed that you go forward, and that things whatever come towards you, it also it accelerate that their speed. So then you have to think about a little bit. And then start to fix and be very clear with the deeper intention that you have. So that is what out of the meditation we gain. So when it comes to that, mind always compare. That's the behavior, because that's how we learn. That's why we do that. But for your mind, the very pure nature of the mind, it no need the comparison. It itself complete. But we always try to run back to the past. Always run back to the past. See, when you have a day, just 12 hours, most of time, you run back to the past. And invisible, sometimes in your dreams, your mind run back to the past. Even what is happening in the present moment, you have no aware, because you are so into run back to past. So whatever happening in the moment, you take it to past. You take it to past. You don't take it as a moment of experience. So whatever happened, whatever you see, whatever you smell, oh, it because of that, it because of that. You put it to the past account. Don't do that. Something happens, take the fully responsibility as a conscious person. Don't put it to the past, previous account. Don't run back to experience your present moment. Try it. Then you will see half of your life going to become totally different. And it develops the courage, strength, energy. You have to have some strength, energy to accept the life in the moment as it is, without putting it to your previous, the past account. That's the thing. Another thing is, if you can't run towards the back, what you do, you have the hopes. So that means you run forward, fast forward. You know, from this point, and you have no power to handle the moment, and then you put it to your future account. And for the moment, you feel so good about it, and for people, when they talk about it, they feel good about it. But what happens? You become weak. You become weak, and you can't, you disconnect from the very reality of the life. You can't get that. Always you into something then. And in the present, even just being in the present sometimes doesn't work. You know why? The very reason is this. Listen this very carefully and try to catch it. Okay? When we get old, our eye, ear, nose, tongue, and our body and our mind become weaker. So when it become weak, we have deeper intention, the desire, and come towards moment of experience to catch it. Like when you can't see, you ponder to see it. When you can't hear, deeply that whole your energy start to pull towards that. So when it happens, around you in the present moment, just imagine you are get old, very young person, sometimes talk about something. And maybe there is a person talk about something you never been to that place. So in the moment you ponder to that information. So that is the present moment of happening. And it start to trigger all the desires to become in the future with something. So it happening in the present moment with your moment of perception, perceived by you. And so the most of time, just imagine that maybe for a vacation, somebody telling, oh, there's a very nice beach, or maybe nice hotel, or nice garden, or maybe nice house. So like that, while you're hearing, you develop a deeper desire. So it ignites all your fire inside. So that's a present moment. So that's why just being in the present moment is not enough for you. In that very present moment, you have to neutralize your greed, hatred, and the delusion. That is the key point. Not just being in the moment, because in the being in the moment, maybe if it is ignite your greed, hatred, and the delusion, what the point? The same thing, the same game happening. But if you can, so that is why the meditation help you. When you develop this awareness, that is what you recognize in the moment. If there is anger, you recognize this is anger. You get out of it. This is a hatred. You get out of it. I don't need this. You get out of it. And the last, you get out of, I don't need this. Because in the moment, if there is something happen, it's okay. But this is not. This is happening just in your head. That is the thing. So then, the ignorance is always, most of time happens in our head, because so much wisdom outside, but we can't get it. Because that ignorance closes us from all the wisdoms. Remember the boxing game theory. You know, the same weight category fight each other. So if you want to be wise, you have to remember your ignorance have the same weight. The same weight with that, the punch. It's not going to, give up easily. So, but the thing is, your awareness, if you keep it sharp and clear, so that's why you not allow your own ignorance to beat your wisdom. That's the challenge you have to get. Can you do that? Can you win your own wisdom out of your own ignorance? Not about the other things. Look, that you know yourself. And after many, many years, sometimes you say, oh, I was so foolish. Oh, I was so ignorant. You many times you tell that. So what does that mean? That means it is there, you didn't see. That's why you have to be aware. That's why you have to have a special skill for that. Different tool in the samsaric journey. You may never had it before. That's why you went through that. But now you have opportunity to sharp it, bring it to you, work it with you. So do it. And in the future, it doesn't matter whatever happens. Let it happen. But keep that tool with you. Keep the awareness. So with that awareness, if you work, things start to happen knowingly. That's totally different. That's a totally different way of experience. Things start to happen knowingly. You know when it happens. So by the time what will happen, you will know how it happened. And then when your mind become more sharp and clear, you start to know how it going to happen. So that's where your path become clear. And then walk in that kind of path is not difficult. It's not difficult, but it is not easy. Why? Because wisdom and ignorance both have the same power. So whatever you train, end of the day, that side going to win. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopateva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Just be with the sensation. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha ammi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamuncatu. Bless you.